โหลโหลเช็คโอเคเสียงผ่านมาเริ่มตอนที่3เดี๋ยวขอแชร์ไปในเฟซก่อนแชร์เรียบร้อยมาเดี๋ยวนี้ต่อกันเลยมีไลน์เดี๋ยวค่อยทำแต่ตอนกลางคืนมาอีกรอบวาร์ปไปเลย
Pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants.
How did things end?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Oh, hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there some...
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here?
Oh, no. The prototype Aranara is something that brings joy and laughter to children. At least in theory.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. for the store's 20th anniversary. We plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. When we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we didn't.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good.
This is not an Aranara. Huh, no way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks...
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things.
Sid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful.
Oh, a positive review.
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me. If it...
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown? Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanja...
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too.
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something.
That's right. My little Gathari loves his stories too. We asked Tanja for guidance. Right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imagining. As you can see, this was...
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanja? He doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down... please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces.
They seem pretty desperate.
ได้เลย
Let's help them out. Yep, let's do...
เอาไปว่าแต่เขาอยู่ตรงไหนภารกิจถูกไหมเนี่ยอ่ะไม่ถูกอ่ะคุยเมื่อกี้คืออะไรเป็นภารกิจที่นี่
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Hyman doesn't think it was that on the paper.
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร
What a unique palette.
เดี๋ยวอันนั้นค่อยไปเล่นทีหลัง
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken?
I'm sorry. But as things
He's cautious of us.
กดอะไรผิด
Let's
อ่ะ
take a closer look at the paper.
โอ้ย
Before I retrieve your products, I need to please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
อันนี้ต้องตอบอะไรเนี่ย อันแรกกัน
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
สองไหม
Wow.
โอเค
You sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your product. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? Oh, hey, them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way.
อ้าวไม่ใช่กดผิด เงียบ
Look, he's over there.
มีไปข้างบนแล้ว ขอเปิดจุดวาร์ปก่อน แล้วก็ไป
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right.
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure that you'd look a whole...
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but... We'll take...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, so that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have a...
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly...
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
2,000,000 mora, and it's yours. No discount. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire.
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more and more, you can pick any knowledge.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1,000,000 mora. Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent. And then please, select from this fine collection of canned...
Hold on a second. I thought we could choose whatever we want.
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1,000,000 mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon, whether it's canned...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you...
Whoa. There's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting...
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't...
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but when we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it.
Wow. There's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Orm.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge, several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still an exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more so. I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in. My agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Al-Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge...
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say? All right, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Al-Haytham! You must have been one of those guys guys at the academia who got top grades on everything. Hyman's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra for this capsule?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
อ่ะมาทำการต่อสู้ครั้งที่หนึ่งได้
Into the wind.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to... The next step is to use this... Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection.
ใช้ผลึกในช่องเก็บของ
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
อันไหนอ่ะนี่อ่ะ
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Hold the line!
The wind knows.
Take flight.
ไม่ได้มีอะไรเกิดขึ้นเลยเหรอ หรือว่าเราทำผิดวิธี
Now, I'll start...
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability.
Wait, how much? Ah! Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of...
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial impact. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal... I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Hey...
รอจนถึงเช้าอีก2 วันกดล็อกตรงนี้อ่ะนี่1นี่2ป้าย
Let's see Dory today and ask her
ตรง
about
ไหน
where
ว่า
the
มา
divine knowledge cap...
Here, over here!
us anything we want?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please, oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more But you know, that kind of after all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious. How you just happen to have this kind of info the moment...
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar.
Ain el-Ahmar? You mean the Aramites who worship the Scarlet King?
Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for your...
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. Turns out,
ไหนดูรูป
it
สิ
ended up in the hands of...
ดูไม่ได้ด้วย
Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a...
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. But that, all right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Cap. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date. See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Faros.
Yep, let's go.
ไกลไหม วาร์ปได้ไหม วาร์ปไปฝั่ง
knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your prompt. This is turning into quite an occasion.
Back up. Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Oh, here they come.
มาสู้ดิ
That's close enough.
Allow me.
อุ๊ย
Whirling snow! Yeah!
Following order.
One with nature.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
ทำไมวะ
Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from...
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Because did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. What a shame. They were so still. Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if...
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're...
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zeros Festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushing brushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Quest เสร็จสิ้นยากไปเดินต่อเลย เดินเควสหลักต่อ กลับเข้าเมืองนั่นแหละ
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time. There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been prepared.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia...
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful.
เปิดแล้ว ไกลไหมนี่
Here we are. It's all...
It looks really nice.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you...
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia's still insisting on her...
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning.
It's a deal. Good night.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival. Oh, no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we...
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. It's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there.
ไป
Many
เดินตาม
vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit. It's all vegetarian stuff. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rikushava mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumera roses, sun...
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarch.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumero uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible!
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these others?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmute.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably...
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say...
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it? Want to give it a try?
เอาอะไรไปเลยไอ้นี่ดีๆเนี่ยเยอะไปเอาแร่ไป
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too! Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, But this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stop.
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zeros would be just as impressive.
เวลานี้ปะเนาะใช่นั่นนี่
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zero's festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed!
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zero's festival icon, and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one? Don't they...
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunset.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
หมายเลขอะไรดีหมายเลข1เนี่ยใช่ยืนยันแล้วว่าเลข1
Attention! That's
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important...
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of Candy.
It's Knight of Flowers, not Knight of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep...
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Can you come with me to get it?
ไม่มีปัญหา
You probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
How embarrassing.
ไปไหนต่อดี
Too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Pause.
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Humayanis would shell out to get you.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're Dia. Dia the Flame Maid. No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too
ต้อง
cocky.
บวกแล้วไหม
Traveler,
Hey.
take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe look.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them. You're right.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job.
บวกมัน
Look out.
หลบหนีอ่ะนึกว่าจะบวก
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look
I'm fine. My body always reacts like that.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so...
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but
Please, let me take a closer look.
come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my...
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest?
ได้เลย
I'll
ไม่มี
look
ปัญหา
around the area to make...
Truly, I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Sad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar, and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me, so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you. No.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Bye. Bye, bye, bye.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zeros Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeru's Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Satan.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No.
Nilu, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zero so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zero's festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak...
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zero's festival a success. But Dunyarzad is running out of time. Yeah.
Project is entered its most critical phase. Now,
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Bye.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry, we're...
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get go... Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feed.
you are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people...
They're all plants! Oh, Actually, what is the Haft-Mewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sabzeruz festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall. So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalta candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight Varys! What's going on? Is...
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz festival icon and one immensely popular.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's
ทำไมมัน
sponsorship
เหตุ
that
การ
the
ณ์ซ้ำ
children
ๆนะ
can meet the Knight of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalta candies? I happen to have some boxes ready here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
What's the pick?
It's not that simple.
Ooh, how
And there's also lizard tail and...
What are those... Traveler, help Paimon...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left... Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right!
ใช่ มันไม่ใช่เพราะดวง
How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
ไปร้านเหล้าเลยเหรอ
A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you got...
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally... That thing? Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far? the impression that we've been here many times, even though we are regular. How about we go out again and...
มันเอาสไนเลย
Is sitting by yourself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now. But thankfully, Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so...
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. His arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it later through the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zero's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but... well, okay. We'll just have to try again next year.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we could chalk things up to exhaustion. We
เฮ้ย
can do more thinking
มีกระรอกใน
tomorrow.
บ้าน
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so... Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad, right?
โอเค วันนี้ขอพอแค่นี้ก่อน สตรีมมาชั่วโมงกว่าแล้ว ขอบคุณที่เว็บเข้ามาดูกันนะ เนื้อเรื่องไม่มีอะไรมาก มีแค่เนื้อเรื่อง จะพยายามเน้นเนื้อเรื่องแบบหลักๆเลย อาจจะไม่ค่อยได้คุยอะไรมาก ก็อย่าลืมไปกด Subscribe กดติดตามทั้งใน Facebook แล้วก็ YouTube ด้วยนะ เดี๋ยวคืนนี้เดี๋ยวจะมาสตรีมแล้ว สตรีมใน YouTube ต่อประมาณ 4 ทุ่มครึ่งฝากติดตามด้วยนะ โอเค ไปละ เจอกัน